We talked about adhering to the vows, and part of the vows is till death do you part. But I think it begs the question, when do you know when it's time to walk away? When do you know when you've had enough?
That's tough. I mean, if you ask me, that's a really tough question because you have to realize you invest all this time into one another, and then you have bills, you have kids, you have responsibilities. And so for me, that's a really tough question. So we're going to dig into it for sure.
So we say there's a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah.
And sometimes the vows aren't enough.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to walk away.
Yep.
With that being said,
welcome to the Real Vows Podcast.
Episode 5. Hey, 5 weeks. Okay. Okay. So I am, again, a big proponent of the vows. That's the entire reason we started this podcast. We've been together for 24 years adhering to vows. But we must acknowledge the gigantic, massive elephant in the room that the divorce rate is something around between 40 to 50% of first marriages. Talked about in episode 4.
Correct.
It goes up astronomically.
Yes.
So people are finding reasons to exit.
Yeah, to not be married. And I honestly just kind of feel like it's sometimes you don't mean to get into that place of separation. I just think that it's easy to find, right? Like you're on the same path and then next thing you know, you're like, hey, this person's not the same person that I used to be with. Like this person's changing, you know? And I think that that's usually the reason why a lot of people end up deciding to part ways instead of, hey, let's try to figure out how to make our way back to each other.
Do you think that's something that you know going into the marriage? Meaning, do you think that you have boundaries that you know going into it and you say, if they ever reach this boundary, I'm going to exit? Or do you finally or suddenly find yourself there?
Okay, so I'm going to admit that I believe that a lot of times people have boundaries. And I think that they compromise those boundaries. I'm a big person. I'm a person who likes to believe that when you set boundaries for yourself before you date, because you have to realize once you start dating someone, your heart is going to get involved. Like I always say, if you spend enough time with a person, you'll find different things about them of the reason why you like them or love them. It doesn't even have to be looks. It could be a lot of different things.
Sure.
So you set your boundaries and you don't compromise on those boundaries. So if you don't want a man with kids or a woman with kids, I personally don't think that you should date that person if that's one of your boundaries. So I think what happens is the boundaries are set, they break their own boundary barriers, and then they get together with a person, and then those boundaries that they set is now, I can't do it. I'm done with it. And I think that's one of the reasons, but go ahead.
I think that's very logical.
Yeah.
I think it's very well thought out. I don't think it matters worth a damn.
What, the boundaries part?
Yes.
Okay, explain.
Because, you know what, I'm going to say this. I think you're right.
Okay.
I don't think people put that much emphasis into their marriage and life going forward.
In general.
I feel like, and I'm speaking for myself because maybe this was me.
Okay.
All I saw was the potential life I had with you.
Right.
I never considered putting up boundaries to see if one day you would cross them, would that mean we would no longer be together?
Right.
And I'll give you a little bit more detail.
Okay.
Because this is another big one. I don't do prenups.
Oh, God. That is a thing.
Okay.
For sure.
Now, the reason why I mention that, because I think it goes hand in hand. A prenup means that you, prior to marriage, are setting up boundaries.
That is true. I never thought about it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I should retract a little bit. People who set prenups, maybe they do think about this. Maybe people who contemplate setting up a prenup, whether it goes through or not, maybe they think about this. I've never, the one time we got married, I never thought about a prenup. And you had far more to lose at that time than I did. And I mean, I'm gonna cook for a minute.
Go ahead.
This is not my wisdom, but I wholeheartedly agree with it. I can't remember who said it. And it may be a person who people actually don't particularly like. Okay. But I still agree with the sentiment.
Okay, so.
I'm stealing this. The reason why airplane pilots don't have parachutes is because you don't give them the option to jump out the plane. They have an obligation to go down with the ship. Right. Everyone in the back has the gas mask and flotation device. I'm sure the pilots have their own safety system, but they don't give parachutes to the pilots.
Yes. Yeah.
There's no prenup.
Right.
When it comes to getting that plane home safely.
To land in a plane, right?
So there's no parachute for me. Yeah. For this guy.
Yeah.
when it comes to this marriage. So I have no boundary with you as far as when I'm willing to walk away.
Okay. So let's kind of dig a little bit into that. It. Because if you enter a marriage without a prenup, what is that saying to the person? What do you think that's the messages that you're relaying to the person?
My hope is that I'm signaling to you that I am all in. My hope is I'm signaling to you that there's nothing that you can do within reason, but maybe beyond reason, beyond expectation,
right,
that I'm going to do to leave you, that you can do to me, I should say, that's going to make me leave you. That I'm going to allow you to have flaws. I'm going to allow you to make mistakes. I'm going to allow you to do certain things that bypass the boundaries I have.
So, yes.
And say forgiveness is my number one priority to you.
So, one of us have to play devil's advocate when we're talking about these conversations, right? That's all beautiful, right? But then you have actual reality in real life where people have created assets for themselves and savings and 401ks and businesses and entrepreneurship and all these beautiful things. And then you is a person who is already established. We was talking about that in the previous podcast, right? That you're in your 40s now, you've established this beautiful life, and now you want to get married, okay? You're ready to settle down, you're ready to be in love, right? Is that person expected to relinquish, because that's what you're also doing, relinquish everything that they've built by themselves to that other person, or enter it with this person saying, hey, there's a big chance that you might screw me over, but I'm willing to take that chance and lose everything, because you can lose everything and everything you've built.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
From a practical standpoint, again, I don't disagree with you. We've worked through a lot. We've come up, built some stuff.
This is hard.
It was very difficult to get here.
And you're looking at it from a standpoint, and when we're always trying to, again, play devil's advocate here, but you're looking at it from a standpoint as we built this together because we did. But in an everyday situation, that's not the case. Most people, I'm going to say nowadays, you have either been divorced or out there in the dating scene. They're in their 40s, 50s years old, right? And they're meeting somebody for the first time. And,
I got you.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to relinquish what you built by yourself, say there's no me, to someone easily without a prenup?
We had this conversation, episode 3 or 4. My thought process shifted one way because you brought up a good point. We have tilled the soil with blood, sweat, and tears to get to this point.
Right.
And then for some, as you eloquently put it, some woman to just come into the house and kick her feet up on the couch oh, sure, it's nice in here. I would feel a certain way.
Yeah.
But then we doubled back on that conversation. We had it again, and we were talking to your sister on the phone.
Right.
And she put my feet to the fire, and she said, the real vows. Now, if I get married a second time, whether or not she was here during the raising of that thing.
Yes.
She wasn't there for the deadheading of the buds and the pruning and the frost freezes. She only sees the fully grown thing.
Right.
I still have an obligation to provide for that woman, whether or not she was there during the initial phase. I'm going to cut you off. How many times, because we are also very biblical based.
We are, yeah.
Whether or not, you know, it's popular in 2026.
Yeah.
How many times did another woman come in and inherit
many.
A kingdom?
Yeah, many
After the first woman cast aside, died.
Oh, for sure.
All the time, right? I should know better. I should be able to give names.
Yes.
But the point still stands.
Yeah.
You coming in and you inherit everything that is my kingdom.
I understand that. I just still think that it's really, really difficult to ask people these days to relinquish that kind of, that's a lot of power that you're asking these people to release to the next person, right? I don't know.
Yeah, and so when you ask, because we're talking about assets, by that time by the time you're on your second marriage, you're probably late 30s, 40s, 50s.
And let's add this. Most times if you're in your second marriage, you lost a lot in the first one. Just hear me out.
Very good point. No, it's okay. I'll allow that.
In the first one. So let's just say that they entered their first marriage with saying, you know what? I'm not going to do a prenup. I'm going to do all those beautiful things that you just said. Right?
I'm sorry. We're doing this to each other. We're spitballing in real time. I think you have a legitimate point.
Yeah.
The second time around, you're going to want to
You don't want to load up with a prenup.
Load up a prenup.
I know I would.
But do you have the grounds to make a prenup if you're supposed to have a covenant in your marriage, we stop looking at marriages as a covenant.
You can still, if you ask me, you can still love a person, take care of a person, do all the husband things, do all the wifely things that you're supposed to do in a relationship. And to me, you can still have that prenup there. I'm just saying, for people who are established, it is a lot to ask them to relinquish everything that they've built over the past 40 or 50 years of their lives to someone who they know for 2. I like to believe that you can enter that covenant together and still fulfill all of your duties as a wife and as a husband and still have that prenup there.
So then here's where I think people as a society stop thinking long term.
All right.
They only see what's in front of them.
All right.
Because earlier, and to your point again, when you're in your late 30s, 40s, and 50s, at that time, that's when you have assets. That's when you have your life in a ball. Established.
Yes.
And then now you're on your second marriage.
Correct.
And you have that same sentiment. I don't want to share this thing that I didn't build with this person.
Yeah.
But then you look up and you wonder why second marriages fail at a 70% rate.
I get it.
It's a correlation and causation
situation.
They go hand in hand.
No, I get.
You're more selfish the second time around because you got burned the first time around.
Well, that's just the point though, right? Like you don't want to keep spinning your wheels in the sand either, right? So you kind of already know if I do this, this is going to be the outcome, right? The person who's going through the first divorce, right? And now they're about to enter a second. And they're like, okay, I remember the first time I did that, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to change that behavior, right? So I think that change of behavior would be have this girl or this guy sign a prenup. That way we can still love each other. I can still be your husband. I can still be your wife. And we are not going to lose everything we built on our own. On our own, right? That's my thought process.
The prenup is the protection. But
it is.
What behavior goes along with that?
But is it?
It's supposed to be.
Why would you protection from what? Your assets, right?
Yes.
So the love part doesn't go anywhere though.
Your behavior changes.
But I'm not marrying your money. I'm marrying you as the person. I'm not marrying your money.
That's what's supposed to happen. We're talking about today. I've never seen, because again, we always go back to the Bible.
Yes.
You always inherit your second wife inherits your kingdom. And vice versa.
Yeah.
Right? You're supposed to inherit that thing when you join, when you become a union.
So then I would say that that's a conversation that you should have with your spouse, right? And she or he this may be their first marriage, or maybe your second, right? I would have that conversation to say, hey, you know what? We're talking about being engaged. We're talking about being together forever. We're talking about all these beautiful things. What do you think? What do you feel about, a prenup? And then that's a discussion, that's a conversation. And then you have to make some really, really tough decisions. Because if that person is like, no, I don't want to have a prenup, and you have been down, you've been to hell and back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most times, like I said, the person who's been divorced before has lost a significant amount, right? They don't want to do that twice. So that person is going to either have to understand the situation, or you're going to have to move on and find somebody who is like, oh, you know what? I'm not marrying you for money. Sure.
I want to move on.
Sure.
But this is a little bit of, it's a lot of it of an intriguing topic for me.
Yeah.
Because there's some digging. I want to know, but hopefully it's not a gender thing, but between male and female, who you think prefers a prenup and who do you think rejects the concept of a prenup?
I have the answer.
A prenup. Okay,
I like to believe, but we have to do some digging on statistics.
Some actual research.
We don't know.
Some actual research. This is your opportunity to comment.
Yes.
Like, I don't want you to put like business out there, but if you're a male, female,
educate.
Tell us what you think the stats are for men wanting or rejecting versus women wanting or rejecting.
We can put a little
prenuptial
vote
agreements. We'll put a vote box somewhere.
That we'll see what that is, right?
Yep.
I like to believe that obviously previous conversations that we've had and the previous couple podcasts that we've talked about, women are in the vulnerable situation, right? Listen to me, most times women are the ones who are in the vulnerable situation. So I like to believe that is one of the reasons why maybe, and I don't know, don't quote me, statistically, possibly, that women are the ones who are opting out for prenup because they're saying, hey, you know what? If I divorce this man or this man divorced me, I need to get something out of this marriage.
No, I think you have it backwards.
I don't.
If a woman is in the vulnerable position, as you say, she would want to opt into the prenup.
Why would she want a
Oh,
prenup?
no, I'm sorry.
You said, I said
You're
it
right. You said it right.
I said it
She
right.
will want to opt out of the prenup.
out.
Okay, that's fine.
So the woman's opting more to not be in a marriage
right.
with a prenup.
I apologize.
So-
I apologize. You're right.
Okay.
You're 100% right.
So we agree.
I thought about that. We agree with that you're right.
That women are probably more likely to opt for not having a prenup when they get married.
But this is where it gets tricky.
Unless they boss chicks, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got a lot of those, and then they're like, no, I want a prenup.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, for example, we could talk about it. I was with you before you wrote the majority of your catalog.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
We have no prenup.
No, we don't.
Do I get entitled to part of your catalog?
Yes.
I feel like you told me some songs that you wrote that have me in mind.
You would absolutely be entitled to that. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I would feel like, and I know that they say like the person that you married is not the person you divorce, right? But the truth of the matter is, you as a person, well, and here's the thing, it it depends on the reason why we're divorcing. If he out here slanging and doing whatever you want to do, right, with different chicks all day, of course I'm not going to split what I
you have no prenup.
I'm aware of that. I think that's unfair. I'd be like, Judge,
Catch
listen,
22.
check this out. Like
22.
I don't mind, giving half to like irreconcilable differences, right?
Sure.
But if you're out here cheating, like, no, you don't deserve half my money. You go figure your life out. Why do you deserve half what I built for myself?
So I think that's where the judge comes in, right?
That's where the judge comes in. Because we going toe to toe. Ain't no way in hell I'm about to just relinquish funds that I know I worked so hard for to a man who is just slanging out here, just doing whatever he want to do. It ain't happening. We fighting. So yeah.
Last thing before we move on.
Okay.
I agree with most of what you said, except I have a slight, I don't want to call it disagreement, but I have a slight grievance to air. When you say that women are in a vulnerable position with the marriage.
Yes.
And I say that's a two-parter. In my opinion, women are vulnerable during the marriage, but men are vulnerable after the marriage. Because
Explain.
you find yourself in a vulnerable position. You've sacrificed working and a career.
Correct.
And now your thought process is, now if I have to leave this, I need to leave with something.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Now let's say you cheat.
Yes. Right.
And there's no prenup. You, and again, the judge has to come in and reconcile that.
Correct, yeah.
But you get to walk away with half my assets because you let niggas pound you out. It works both ways. And now, as a stay-at-home,
I got more access.
You got more access to all my assets.
Man.
All right, say I'm out working. That's exactly why I work from home. I sit my ass right there in that desk and work here.
Oh,
keep an eye on your ass. Yeah, but you letting Juan, the landscaper, come in and pound you out while I'm out at work.
Shut
and
up.
then we have no prenup and you walk away with half whatever we got.
So I'm a strong believer in fairness.
Because it works both ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In fairness, right? So even if the wife is the one that's cheating, I don't think that she should not get anything. Just like as well, I don't think you should not get anything if you was out here just slaying and doing whatever you're doing, right? I would hope
you didn't get nothing.
This is why it's important. Maybe the solution. Listen, the solution could be under the terms of the prenup, because you create your own terms in the prenup. That if one of us cheat, then a certain percentage is given.
I'm almost positive that's how typical prenups work.
So that's one solution.
I don't believe in a prenup.
Okay, I got you.
All right.
I'm with you.
So we talk about prenups and that being an exit strategy.
Yes.
I think one of the things that leads to that is the irreconcilable differences discussion, the lead up, the build up to that, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things I've learned from our marriage, and then I've digested from conversation, is about the grace that we extend or don't extend
each other
to one another.
Right.
I did see again somebody said, for those of you who are married and y'all don't cheat on each other, what do y'all argue about?
That's a lot.
A lot.
A ton.
A ton.
Oh my gosh.
I've been under fire for my lack of manliness, is what I've been told.
Oh, you want to dig into it? Because,
you said it.
I mean,
that's the point of this conversation, right?
I mean,
I don't, in an orderly, timely fashion, clean the bathrooms and take the trash out. And we've seen memes, we've seen videos about, fine, I do it myself.
Yes.
Now, jokes aside, that becomes a point of contention because spouses will begin to resent each other
Correct.
for those behaviors.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you speak, obviously.
Yeah, no, you're good. Go ahead, shoot.
There's a saying, and I'm always about sayings. The first 80% takes 20% of the time. So in the hearing, I'm coming,
thinking.
right?
I'm like, my wheels are turning.
In the 20 years we've been together,
Yeah.
20% of that I think would be 4 years.
Yeah.
We ironed out
All the kinks.
the kinks,
The small things and
the
big things.
the big things,
yeah.
in the first 4 years.
Correct. Yeah.
We're not cheating on each other.
Right.
We decided we're gonna consolidate our finances.
Yeah.
All those things. The last 20% of our marriage is what's taken 20 years to iron out because we're aiming for perfection.
Yes.
A dance routine is easy until it's like, oh, you got the beat.
Right.
But then do you have the rhythm,
Right.
the slide,
Yes.
the smooth, the groove,
All the small
all the
details.
small details.
Yeah.
You're good at your job when you first start.
Yes.
But when you get great at your jobs, because you're learning the last 20% of the job.
Correct. Yes.
So couples have to understand, in my opinion, healthy couples,
Right.
you're ironing out the last 20% of your marriage.
That makes sense. Yeah.
How to love me a certain way. How do I love you in a certain way? How to do some of the small things, read my mind, get ahead of things I'm asking you.
So it's for.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this.
Yes.
From a woman's standpoint, and I think most women could either agree or understand where I'm coming from. A lot of times it's just the tasking, right?
Yes.
So we have so many responsibilities that fall on our shoulders.
We as women or we as people?
I'm just speaking on women.
Okay.
And not saying that you don't have
Have at it.
responsibilities.
Have at
Not
it.
saying that our husbands don't have
Have at
responsibilities.
it.
But I like to believe, and we agree, that there's a lot more weighing on the women's mother's shoulders. Okay. And so when I come to ask you, can you take the trash out? Or can you mow the lawn, right? Clean the gutters, whatever the situation may be. I have 3 kids and I'm already saying, hey, you do this, you do that, you do that. And it's all day, right? I don't want to have to come to my husband and have to do the same thing. I want to be able to give you a task or ask you to do something and you just get it done and in a timely fashion. But here's the problem, ladies. What is a timely fashion for a man? Because we have this debate all the time. A timely fashion for me is if I ask him today to mow the lawn, within 24 to 48 hours of the ask, it's done. I think you can speak for yourself that what you believe.
I absolutely will.
You believe what a timely fashion means when I give you or ask or inquire about a task or something I need you to do.
Okay. This word always comes up, and I don't want to sound like a broken record or really regurgitate something I think I've heard someplace, but it's still factual, at least in my opinion. And the word that we keep using is grace. Okay?
Yes, I believe in grace.
You believe in grace.
I do.
You believe in grace when you're the recipient of it.
No, that's not true.
You
that's
are
not true.
far more hold on. Well, I talk a lot. Did you get everything out? Because I want to make sure I'm not dominating the conversation.
No, you're fine.
I want you, please.
I'm going to let you tell me what you think grace is, and then I'm going to explain what I think grace is. Go ahead.
You know, I'm going to put a little bit of a higher level understanding of what grace is. And in my mind, I would think it's so logical, it would be the end of the situation. But of course, that's not going to be the case.
It will not be. Go ahead.
2 things exist, and I'm going to use myself, and not just say men, but for me. A, there's no time limit on grace.
Okay.
B, urgency looks a lot different for a man than it does for a woman.
Okay.
Men and women, through whatever biological means, or it's just a bunch of bullshit we heard on the internet again, have different thought processes.
I know that.
The word urgency, emergency, priority, take different cases for men versus women. If the house is on fire, that slots immediately to the conversation of emergency.
I understand that, but why does the house have to be burning?
Hold on. I said it slots into emergency. I'm giving examples. That's an emergency.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. For some women, if I don't take the chicken out of the freezer for you to cook on time, You slot that as an emergency.
It is.
It's not emergency because to me, I can pivot. You know what? I messed up. I'll order some food. But you've built a resentment case. This is exhibit A in your case of why I should resent this nigga. He didn't take the chicken out. Emergency.
Okay, no.
Okay.
And I hate to cut you off.
You're doing it, but go ahead.
I know, you've done it to me.
All the time, so I owe you that. Go ahead.
I'm going to say this. And again, my fellow women will understand where I'm coming from. What ends up happening is the amount of things that don't get...
You shouldn't interrupt me. You shouldn't interrupt me.
Okay, I'm going to be quiet. Go ahead.
But it's the amount of things. I'm going to get to that. Allow me to chef a little bit. Emergency. Kid fell down, broke his arm at school. Mm-hmm. Emergency.
I got it. I'm following you.
Okay. The toilet is overflowing and leaking out into the floor. Mm-hmm. That's a sense of urgency.
Yes.
Borderline emergency because it leads to things. Those are the kind of things that men think about when we say emergency and urgency.
And nothing in between.
No, we have an idea because of our natural mindset is to protection of whatever.
Yeah.
Then it's priority. Mm-hmm. Women heap so many things onto men that we begin to develop a list of priorities.
Okay.
And you go from tier A, tier B, tier C. Tier C is priority. And within priority, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 on a revolving, ascending, descending list. Mm-hmm. The first thing you want me to do is clean the bathroom.
Okay.
All right. Well, I have to work.
Yes.
I need downtime. Mm-hmm. I need to edit the podcast. We need to come up with ideas. I got to play with the kids. I got to do the dishes.
Yeah.
It's my time to cook. List. The bathroom's at the bottom. Mm-hmm. Now, once those things get checked off, the bathroom comes up. It's now number 3 on my things to do list. And then the wife says, I need you to wash my car on Saturday. Okay. Well, Saturday was my day to clean the gutters and mow the lawn. So guess what happens to the bathroom? It gets pushed back down to the 7th on the list. It's only 24 hours in the day. Saturday comes and goes. And the next thing you know, the bathroom doesn't get done.
Okay. So
because my honey-do list cup runneth over.
Okay. Welcome to being a parent. Welcome to being a husband. Welcome to being in a relationship.
A wife, right?
A wife, her husband, all of it. What I try to explain to my husband is that problems are going to arise on a day-to-day basis. Fine. Prioritize the bathroom last. I don't mind that. But get around to it at some point. Can we agree that sometimes that if I ask you or task you to do something, sometimes that can take a couple weeks before you get around to it. It's a lot of those. Now, mind you, if I've given you 4 of those things to get done, mm-hmm. and each one gets pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, eventually I'm going to say, forget it. I'm going to go do it my damn self, right? Why am I waiting on you? What I'm asking is for you to do it in a timely fashion with understanding that there is urgency and also understanding that life is going to happen in between and you have to just have this juggle about you, right? So I'm going to go do this and I'm going to finish that, and you have to go back and forth between a couple of different things sometimes throughout the day. That's what women do.
Yes.
We do it all day.
And if we treated you with the lack of common courtesy about extending grace, the way you treated us, you would feel like we were being slave masters. Why aren't the clothes? We have 5 people in the house. Tell me that it's not difficult to wash 5 loads of clothes.
It is, but guess what? I've learned
what to do. No, she put my shit out in the street, right? How long would it take you to do a load?
I mean, what do you mean it take? How long it take me?
How long does it take you to do a load of laundry?
Listen, it can take.
No, you called me out.
It can take 2 to 3 days. It can take. No, are you asking me in a timely fashion, or are you telling me how long does it actually take me?
How long does it take you?
It takes me a couple of days to get the laundry completely done.
She's speaking Japanese right now.
Okay, whatever.
1-2 days ain't it.
Don't be disrespectful.
The point of the matter is, or the fact of the matter is, I don't sit here and say, "Hey, laundry's not done yet."
I don't do that either. I don't do that.
You're admitting in 4K that you do that to me.
No, I do not. I said I'll ask you, and in a timely fashion, I expect for it to be done. Wait.
Subjective.
Stop speaking over me. I said I'll come ask you, and I expect for it to be done in a timely fashion. So can we agree so that we can move on to our next topic? Okay.
No, we're not going to agree on this.
That is it important? It's very important to also take in your spouse's feelings and into consideration.
Let's do this then. Let's do this.
It's the truth.
Let's do this then, because we're not going to agree on this.
No, we're not.
What I would ask us to do,
okay,
and what the people listening to us to do,
yes,
is to take yourself out of it.
Okay.
Switch roles
positions
with your partner,
all right,
and look through their lens.
Got it.
Would you like the amount of grace that you extend to me be placed on you? If I'm the ocean now,
I'd be perfectly fine with it. I'm just being honest because I think I'm fair.
You wouldn't survive.
That's not true. Because hear me out, and I'm gonna close this segment.
Let's
okay.
do it.
What I feel like I do is I'll say, hey, Jason, I need you to take out the trash for me sometime today. Okay. And if it doesn't get taken out that day, okay. Most times I'll honestly just go do it myself, right? You would agree with that part, right? So now the problem is actually fixed, okay? And I'm not even upset. I'm not building resentment, but I am saying, gotta worry about this nigga not taking the trash out on Thursday. Here we go, right? That is happening, but there's not a resentment, like, you know what I mean? There's no resentment there.
You're not terrible.
I try not to be.
You're not terrible.
I try to be reasonable.
That's the learning and growth pattern of us in 24 years.
It's the 20% that we must deal with.
You right in my brain. It's the 20%.
It's the 20%.
We're working on that.
Yes.
It'll never go away, probably.
No.
But what'll happen is responsibilities will start to because we're 40, right? So we're at the peak.
Yes.
Of
responsibilities right now.
And with young children because we took too long.
Yes.
We're at the peak.
Correct.
Eventually this will come down. So that's why I think the till death do you part is important because see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Don't look at the 20% as
and remember the 80%. That's the truth, right? The 80% is what really matters.
That's the 80-20 rule, right?
80-20 rule.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now along with that, when you come to an impasse about not being able to see eye to eye on those boundaries, that lack of grace, if you're the type of person to build resentment, do you also find you may be the person to withhold things in the marriage, withhold intimacy, withhold emotional connection, withhold conversation, and worse yet. Now, I don't want to jump out the window about sex and intimacy. But giving that grace and that communication and that attachment to another person.
Oh, gosh. Okay. You didn't say a lot.
I do think that happens.
Yes, and it could be unintentionally too, right? There's a lot of times that this is why I'm like I said, I always say it's important to communicate with your spouse because if I'm coming and constantly trying to talk to you about a situation that I am going through or I don't feel sexy and you brushing me off, hey babe, we're not really being intimate and you brush me off and hey, I'm trying to speak on, hey, I'm going through perimenopause. I feel like I'm going, and you brushing me off, you playing a game, you're on your phone, you're scrolling, right?
Sure.
Some people will have people who are close to them, whether it's a work husband or work wife. We know that's a thing, right? A best friend that is a male or female, which also we don't have to get into that conversation because I'm not really a fan of.
At some point.
But there's a lot of different ways that you, at the gym, right? You have gym friends, gym buddies. When I was going to the gym, guys would approach me all the time. Oh, you look good, da-da-da-da. And they would make small talk conversation. Now, most times they were with their wives. I'm not saying like some of them were single, some of them with their wives, but hear me out. You develop the relationship with the people saying hi.
So my question to you is, when you find yourself in a relationship, who is more responsible? Who has the most culpability when, as the man, I am no longer displaying passion for life? I've hit a wall. I'm stagnant. I'm not doing the things I used to do. I'm not progressing us to where you want to go. And that can weigh heavily on you.
Yes.
And as a result of that, because you have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, you decide that, hey, I'm having this emotional affair with Paul after work. We're going to have drinks.
Right. Yeah.
And now my male fragility and my ego and my insecurity, I can't stomach that. I can't stomach you being in the gym with Ruben and telling you how good you look and how you filling those scrunch booty pants out. Right? Because no one should be able to make you behave a certain way based on their behavior.
Yeah, sure.
But I can understand if you act out a certain way.
Yeah.
So where's the responsibility lie at?
Well, the responsibility lies with both parties, to be completely honest.
Okay.
It's your responsibility to listen if I have an issue. It's my responsibility to also understand that you're a person, right? And you're not always going to answer the way I need you to answer. But the most important thing is trying to communicate. So to me, what ends up happening, and we've debated this many times, is that emotional cheating, mental cheating, and actually being physical. Physical is never really a mistake. I don't think that that's a thing that you just fall into bed with someone. I don't think that's what happens.
I agree with you.
But I did tell my husband, I honestly believe that the emotional and mental part of it is totally different, because you have people make connections outside of each other, right? There's tons of people that I know who have male friends and female friends, and they've known them for decades and swear that nothing's ever happened, right? So what ends up happening is that when you're not connecting with your spouse, or your spouse is rejecting you, you end up calling, Susan, right? Who you known for 10 to 15 years. And Susan is there to listen. And Susan is, and here's my thought too. I hate to kind of interject there. A lot of times, Susan may already have a crush on your husband. He might not even know that Susan got a crush on him, right? And Susan is waiting for the right moment to just slide right on in.
Is waiting for the right moment.
Tim as well.
Trust and believe that.
Tim as well. Both. Okay. So Tim could be at the gym, and Tim, like I was telling my husband, there's been many times that I've gone to the gym and I've gotten compliments from guys. Sometimes they're with their wives, sometimes they're alone, and it's a quick, hey, can you pass me those dumbbells? Oh, you look really good. Keep up the work, right? But those conversations, if you take them too far, if me and my husband are having issues, now I'm like, hey, Jonathan, how you doing? And we having these conversations, these random gym conversations. And he's like, you know what? I think we should go get a protein shake today.
Nah, dog.
Right?
No,
but what I'm saying is when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, because that's what it is. You're just vulnerable, and you're looking for someone to talk to. It's important to have an outlet to talk to someone. Yeah. Do I think that person should be your gym buddy, your work wife? No, I don't.
Women are the worst at that.
But like I was telling my husband in previous date nights and conversations, we as women need an outlet. And not that our gym buddy should technically be that outlet. But we need to be able to relinquish all of the tension, all of the rejection that you may be receiving from your spouse, and talk to someone about it. So for all those people who may have, guy friends, girlfriends of the opposite sex, that may be when they come. Those are those people that you turn to, unfortunately. And then that's when you get the emotional and mental cheating that it kind of stirs the pot and starts up some stuff,
Yeah, but that's, again, the timeline, because we're talking about this whole, exiting and when it's time.
Yeah.
That's when the grace gets extended. But I feel like you don't extend us the same time frame as grace, right? So if I'm in a mental funk,
yes,
I'm asking for time to come out of that.
Yes.
Because of the responsibility that I feel like is on my shoulders.
Right.
You feel like that you got so much responsibility on your shoulders that you're not even going to wait for grace.
Yeah.
You're going to go seek what you want.
Well, that's not the case. That's not always the case. Like I said, I like to believe that emotional, mental cheating is something that you build up to. And I think it happens so incredibly fast. And it's not even noticeable. It's just that you're looking for someone to understand your situation. You're looking for someone who actually wants to listen. And if your spouse is not listening to you, then you're going to turn to the next person. And that's not always the male version or the female version. It could be a sister. It could be a lot of people. But a lot of times in this modern day society, you have a lot of opposite sex friends. And so you get on the phone and you call in. You may meet up with, I've seen couples do that, where they meet up with Mary, who they know for 20 years. She flies in and they go to dinner. I think it's crazy. It's ludicrous to me, but I've seen people do it. So if you're already on a downward spiral in your marriage, hey, anything can possibly happen. I think that emotional and mental cheating happens a lot more than the sexual part. I think sexual is very intentional.
I think those two things are a precursor to the sexual.
100%.
And it's almost like a domino effect.
Yep.
You get one.
Yep.
You get the other.
Yep.
At some point.
It steps, it's levels.
The last one's bound to happen.
Yeah. You put yourself in a situation where you say, let's meet up at a hotel or a place where you're by yourself. There's no one else around. So you already know what it is if that's what you're doing.
I mean, I hear all that. I feel like women just take everything too personally when it comes to all the load that you have. I mean, for example, I'm not trying to downplay anything to you, right? As we talked about, if I may go back to the pilot's analogy before, right?
Yes.
And I'm not always saying that the man is the captain of the ship, because you're going to have a lot of people, particularly women, who disagree with that statement. Yeah. We look at each other like pilot and co-pilot, right?
I think you guys do.
Pilot and co-pilot?
Yes.
Well, there's only one captain of the ship.
I'm going to wait, let me say this. I'm going to let you speak. No, hear me out. I'm going to let you speak your mind, because I don't want to cut you off.
Okay.
But I just recently had a conversation with a couple different females.
Here we
and
go.
a lot of women feel like they're actually the pilots and pretending to be co-pilots because they don't think that their husbands can actually fly the ship or fly the plane, right? So I know you guys feel like, oh, I'm the pilot, but we're like, no, really, we're just gonna make him believe that he's the pilot, and really we're the pilot, but we're riding in the co-pilot position because that's what we're supposed to do as good wives.
I have resigned myself.
I'm just saying.
No, because this is a hot button topic a little bit, right?
Yeah. I
have resigned myself to stay out of that business.
Yeah. Women folk business.
No, I don't
part?
actually, yes and no, but I don't agree with, here's a hot topic.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with women business.
Okay.
The reason why is because
now you know you're gonna get drugged.
I know, but see, and I think what I'm about to say makes complete sense.
Okay.
But in girl math, it's not going to.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, and again, I'm taking gender out of it. I'm taking gender roles. I'm taking all the things out of it.
Okay.
From a logistical and logic standpoint.
Yes.
Women make up 51% of the population. Mm-hmm. If women unilaterally just decided we're not going to do nothing, we're going to come out of the workforce, we're going to go start our own Amazon in the DC Comics, that's where all the women are, like Themyscira, right? Yeah. All the Wonder Women there.
Yeah.
We want a society with no men. Mm-hmm. That sounds great to women. Mm-hmm. And in their delusion, they think they can make that work. Okay? I know how it looks to you. I see the look on your face.
I'm trying to see.
The point is,
nailed to the cross. Go ahead.
The point is, no, I shouldn't be nailed to the cross for saying that we need each other.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Okay?
Then elaborate.
But if they think that they can make that work, now you're pulling 51% of the population away from what we know. Mm-hmm. Men's society would collapse.
Okay.
Okay? I'm telling you right now, men's society without women would absolutely
I agree.
Positively collapse.
Yeah.
I'm admitting this. We need you in political places of power.
I agree.
We need your opinions when it comes to regulating and passing laws.
Yes.
All right? So I never take women out of anything.
Right.
So when you say that men should stay out of this, we can't afford to because without you, there's no us.
I agree. I'm not saying that men should stay out of this.
So I'm going to land this plane real quick. So when I say I'm staying out of it, what I mean is I'm willing to let women have at it.
Okay.
If those women who are in those relationships, where they feel like the pilot, I'm going to say, sis, feel like you're the pilot.
Yes. Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because when she actually starts feeling like she's the pilot and she begins to either emasculate her man or she can only wear the facade and the mask for so long, when that marriage inevitably falls apart, I'm going to let her go from relationship to relationship to relationship, being a bad actor until she finds out, oh shit, maybe I should have just fell in line.
Well, wait.
30 years ago.
Let me give you a huge wake-up call.
I'm listening.
I want you to really hear me out.
Okay.
Just because a woman is flying the plane, her husband thinks he's flying the plane and she's playing the co-pilot role, does not mean that everything's going to crumble. I know a lot of women who don't. No, I'm gonna tell you why. I know a lot of women who are in successful marriages who really feel that way. And they say nothing. You
think they're in successful marriages?
Well, no. Okay, we can argue that on a different podcast of what's successful.
The only reason why,
but hear me out. They're not divorced. Their husband. No. Don't be an asshole.
What does they're not divorced mean?
No, hear what I'm saying. According to them, they have really good relationships with their husbands.
I'm sure they think so.
Their husbands have really good relationships with them. All you can go off of is what they say. If they these are also the same women who tell me when their husbands are flawed. So I don't have any reason not to believe that, hey, you know what? My husband is flawed. That's the 20% that we was just speaking about, right? What I am saying is that there's these women who in the relationship who knows that they are playing co-pilot, but really they're the pilot, and the relationship is not being injured, is not damaged. It is, hey, I know that my husband needs me to be the co-pilot.
You didn't say co-pilot. You said they're acting as the captain.
Because they are. Listen to me. This is what they believe. They feel like they are, but they act as co-pilot. The co-pilot, if you guys are in the cockpit and you're the actual pilot and he's actually the co-pilot, well, let's say both of you guys have the same licensing.
We can't have the same responsibility up there.
No, I'm not saying that. Somebody has to be in control. I'm aware of that. What I'm saying is if you guys got the same license, the same credentials, the same experience and all that, somebody's going to put in somebody just for the day. They say, hey, Jason, you're in charge of the pilot. Maybe you're in charge of the plane today, right? Tomorrow it could have been him, right? Because you guys have the same credentials, the same experience, all of that, right?
No, I don't think it's ever going to happen. Again, this is something I don't have a lot of
So you don't
knowledge
think that
on.
there's ever two 30-year experienced pilots in the cockpit together?
One guy's a captain, the other guy's not. That's all it boils down to.
That's not what I'm saying.
But
Does that mean that he can't, if the plane, if he have a heart attack and die?
That's what you're there for.
Okay.
But I have control of the cockpit, and the only thing I'm
But
saying is,
if he already knows that he's qualified, just maybe not for the next month.
you're about to prove my point. You're about to prove my point.
Okay. If he already knows that he has the same qualifications, he's flied pilot before. Let's say he's flied pilot before, and then he's switched over to a certain airline, and now he's co-pilot because he ain't been there long enough to be pilot, right?
You're about to prove my point. Keep talking.
I
Keep
would
digging.
like to see it.
Keep digging.
It doesn't mean that he's any less the pilot. Just for right now, he's co-pilot or playing co-pilot.
Sure. My thing to you is because
Yes.
my behavior right now,
Yes.
I understand it comes off incredibly misogynistic.
It's okay. I'm here to straighten it out.
Okay, you think so? What I'm
go.
saying to you is, as you sit there with your pilot's unofficial title, but I'm getting the praise and recognition for being a captain, and you're sitting there saying, I'm doing everything this guy's doing. I'm probably better at it. I'm probably more qualified than he is.
Yes.
He's just a captain on paper. I'm the one really piloting the ship. Do you respect that man?
Yeah.
Do you have full respect of that man
I do.
over yourself?
No, not necessarily.
No.
No. What
you think?
No, hear me
I
out.
should be the captain. I could do a better job than him. Why is he getting the praise? Why is he getting the
Let me say
recognition?
this. No, just because.
You don't lose respect for that. No.
Hold on, let me say this. Just because you know that you're equally qualified doesn't mean that you lose respect for the person who is also qualified.
If he gets, when the plane touches down,
Okay.
and everyone applauses,
Yes.
because that's how some white people do. When the plane touches down, normally everybody stands up and applauds for the captain, right? The captain comes out,
Yes.
and stands there as people disembark.
They both do. I've seen both.
That nigga sits in the co-pilot. He
Oh
don't
my
move.
God,
You ain't never seen two people standing. You've seen the head flight attendant, and you've flown too many times to tell this bold-faced ass lie. The head flight attendant and the captain stand there. Thank you for flying. Thank you for flying.
what's your point?
And now what you're saying is you can sit there and watch that man. This motherfucker sitting there, and I know I'm better than him. You respect that man to put his little monkey hat while you sitting there thinking that you're more qualified than him?
Oh my gosh.
Do me a favor. Do you honestly think that you're going to be able to hold a second place position thinking that you should be first?
I wouldn't need to think I'm first if I know that I'm first.
You're not. No, that's not what everyone's telling you.
Well, no, what I'm for that.
I'm sorry. They're applauding
You're not listening.
for the pilot, not for you.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
You're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening.
You're not listening.
Go ahead.
The only thing I'm saying is, let me try to get
Because we got to move
land
on.
this
Yeah,
plane.
go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, land the plane.
that there's
co-pilot.
a lot. Please, if I'm landing a plane, I'm the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm going to land this plane,
Sure.
and I'm going to say this. The only thing I was trying to get you to understand
Mm-hmm.
is that there is women who I'm sorry, I got to ask you this question.
Sure.
You don't think that the household is run significantly better when a woman is running the household?
Better is subjective. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm being legitimately serious.
What do you think if we posted?
Of course, babe. People have their opinions through their own lenses.
I think that now I'm asking you through your own.
I legitimately. Because I can be selfish and say, no, everything's better when I do it. Of course, right?
No, I want you to be honest.
Legitimately, I think better is subjective. For example, we've had this conversation on camera. At 8 o'clock, you said the kids got to be fed at 8 o'clock.
Yes, and you
Now,
said.
if I have observed them at 8 o'clock not eating,
Yes.
right? And then 9:30 rolls around. Oh, we're hungry. You don't want to feed them again,
Right.
Because you're gonna bust your ass at 7 o'clock.
Correct.
Get the food prepared.
That happens.
Now, if at 9:30, I'll say, okay, now y'all hungry? Eat what I give you.
It's more efficient.
You didn't have to
Right.
cook twice. They ate, but they didn't eat when you thought they should eat.
That's fair.
Now, as a thing, there's nothing wrong with saying I got to get ahead of this.
Well, my thought process is this: if I cook at 8 a.m., they don't eat. Don't ask me to eat it again until 12 o'clock.
How'd that work out for you?
Listen, however, if they want to go in there and scurve and scavenge for food like little lost mouse, then that's perfectly fine with me. I've done my job. I've given you your food. If you don't want to eat it, I don't think that that's
Cool.
any less.
So on paper, which is air quotes for those listening, which is quote unquote better, them getting a
That's
full
subjective,
meal
what
at
you said.
9:30,
Subjective.
or they don't actually eat till 12.
Subjective.
Okay, I think on paper better is at 8 at 9:30.
Okay.
Right? But you wouldn't see it that way.
No.
And I wouldn't see necessarily the thought of, I need to get ahead of them.
Well, not just that. Sometimes you just don't have time to wait for them to get hungry. There's schedules, right?
Okay.
And this is what I'm saying, is there's schedules. So,
Yeah.
but there's that.
And so, that being said, I don't ever want to push you to a place where you feel like you have to seek validation, attention from someplace else.
Yes.
If I see you overworked, I'm going to tell you, Neosha, go lay your ass down.
Right.
We are fortunate that we have more than 1 week's worth of clothes.
Right.
If you don't wash clothes this week, we're not going to be in tattered with mothball holes and grass stains all over it.
Correct.
If you don't happen to cook this night, either I'm going to cook or we're going to order out.
And so I've said this many times, that you are a diamond in the rough. You are not the typical man. I've seen so many men and have heard so many stories of women who are saying, you know what, if my husband just would get in the kitchen and cook a meal a couple times a week, well, I guess I got to run from gymnastics, and they running all day. They're working, have the kids, stay at home moms. They actually homeschool, and they have to run back and forth, and they're running a Carl Lewis back and forth all day, because the husbands who are in a modern day society are hybrid workers. Either they're hybrid or they're full-time entrepreneurs, or they work full-time from home, and they still opt to not help. They still want to look at things like, if they have their child for longer than a few hours, they're babysitting their own kid. So a lot of times I'm seeing this, and I'm telling myself, wow, I'm really fortunate. Matter of fact, they come and tell me, you are incredibly fortunate, because your husband, the fact that he takes the 2 kids, the fact that he has prepared dinner, unheard of. It's not something that's typical in today's modern day society, if you ask me, amongst the people that I know and my peers. I don't see it often. So I do have to say that I'm grateful at the fact that you do help.
Those women are married, single moms.
Yeah. I mean, I be asking myself, like, why even be married at this point, right? And don't have your own income. If you if you have your own income, you really need to sit down and have a conversation with you, because you have nothing but what this person could possibly be holding you back. I'm just being honest, right? Is your spouse holding you back? That's another podcast.
That's episode 6. Is your spouse holding you back?
Is your spouse can hold you back, Okay. And it can also benefit. Does marriage benefit more for the man? That's a conversation that we have all the time.
We'll flesh that out later.
We'll flesh it out. Yeah.
All right. It's because we got to get out of here. So I'm going to do one little last segment.
Okay.
And it should be brief.
Okay.
But it's also the homework assignment. And I want to know from people who either contemplated, on the verge of, or have gone through divorce. When do you know it's time to walk away?
Oof. I want to know that.
I want to know. I have an answer.
You do?
I do have an answer.
You're going to provide the audience with
I will. I actually have an answer. Even though divorce has never been something I've remotely thought about. Because we don't weaponize the D word. We talked about that in episode 1.
No.
And I never contemplated this. But I think I have an answer.
I'm interested in hearing.
I stole this.
Okay. It's okay.
But it resonated with me so much.
Okay.
When you feel like your spouse's heart is hardened.
Ooh.
Okay. Again, I know everyone's not into Christianity and the Bible like we are.
Yeah.
But that's our guidebook, and we said that as much.
Yes.
You know the plagues
that's deep.
of Egypt.
Yes. Correct.
Boils.
Yep.
Sea of blood.
Yep.
Fire from the sky.
Yep. All the things.
Pharaoh's heart
was hardened.
Oh,
yeah. That's true.
No matter what, until that very last plague.
Yeah.
No matter what, you could not get Pharaoh to budge.
Yeah.
When you find your spouse
is unable to budge.
Yeah. That last plague that took the firstborn son of
that's when he had to
Egypt,
let it go. Yeah.
That's you serving divorce papers.
Yeah.
When you've done X, Y, and Z. And their heart is completely hard. There's not even an inkling of a change of heart.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. We'll figure it out. Can we go on more dates? No.
Right.
If there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily know, because of my Christianity, what divorce is supposed to look like beyond physical abuse and infidelity.
Yeah.
Those irreconcilable difference gray areas.
That matters.
I think.
That's a big one these days.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
when you've done everything and there's no change of heart.
Yeah.
The final nuclear bomb you drop is the killing of the firstborn.
Gotta separate.
And serving you with divorce papers.
Yes. And yet I add that if you ask me, it is healthier for especially when you have a family, for both partners to be happy.
Yeah.
And yes,
for a time, seasons.
We know that that's fleeting, right? But it is more important to have, I would say, healthy households, right?
Yes.
Or one healthy household or two. But it's better for the children in the circumstances of the situation, if you ask me. So if you're bickering and fighting and y'all, God forbid, you're not abusing each other and all that extraness, that's not a healthy environment for your kids. So you have to ask yourself, I have to.
That too.
Go ahead.
That's exactly too. Like now you can't just take yourself into consideration.
You can't take yourself into consideration.
You got kids.
Because they watch.
If you have kids. They're watching. Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Said something.
So you have to take the kids into consideration and remember that that's just not healthy for them. It's not healthy for you. I don't want to spend the rest of my lives. Like we said, we got more years behind us than we do in front of us, right? That you don't want to spend the rest of that time with somebody that you hate or your heart is hardened to.
Yeah.
You know?
Look for change. I would say look for change.
And try to be the change.
Try to be the change.
Damn. Right?
Yeah.
Try to be the change.
Look for incremental change.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop spending all the money. If I'm driving this into the poorhouse with bad spending, okay, I'm gonna
try to stop. Yeah.
If I've got a porn addiction,
yeah.
Okay, listen, I'll try to stop.
Yeah.
If I'm not being intimate with you, I'm not spending enough time with you,
yeah.
I'm not being emotional with you, I'll try to start.
Yes.
Look for incremental change. If there's no change after, and I guess you got to put some time, your own time frame on that.
Yeah.
Like, let it be reasonable.
Yeah, it can't be 3 months.
Can't be,
like,
yeah, like 90 days. Like,
I mean, I'm gonna give it a full year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say, if it was me, I'm in a marriage. I've been with you for 24 years. The least I can do is try to give you a year to see. You say, hey, baby, you know what? Let me try. I'm trying. Right?
Even in school, if you do bad, they give you a semester of academic probation.
Like, right? You got time.
If you get a job and you get written up,
you got
they
time.
give you 90 days, 120 days, 6 months. They give you some time.
Yeah, for
Extend that same grace.
Yeah, to each other and
to your marriage.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, this has been episode 5 of the Real Vows podcast. This is when you've had enough. Have you had enough?
No, not enough.
Okay, good.
I'm ready for more.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
And
any parting words? Yeah, that's okay. Any parting words?
Okay. That's all.
Oh my God. Okay. See, they say I talk too much. I'm trying to give you the floor.
I said a lot. You
said a lot. Well, thank you, wife, for joining me. You can listen to us on all the streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube. We're on TikTok, Instagram. Yep. We're on Facebook. Everywhere.
We are literally everywhere.
Yeah. So thank you again.
Yes.
Until the next one, episode 6 next week.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Can't wait.
All right.
See you there. Bye.